So I wanted to kind of react to some of the dog and the cat eating or whatever like that's happening. It's because it's really weird and crazy. I don't know where to look, but I also know that some of these videos on here are like wild. Like it wouldn't be good to show them. And I know that, for instance, Asmund Gold's already done a video, big one, looking into this. And I guess overall, what I want to say is that about I don't even have a banner. Like, what is this? I don't even have a banner. Like, what? What I want to say about all the cat situation and shit like that. I'm not even prepared to talk about this, so I'm just gonna say a little bit, I guess. I don't even know what to think. Now, it is definitely meme worthy, right? We got. So here, let's see. Okay, so we got, for instance, this has nothing to do with it. This kind of, let's at least watch this. This has nothing to do with it, but let's just watch it anyway because it's hilarious. I usually don't like stuff like this, but this really got me. Especially the way it like. Look at him, he just karate kicks that motherfucker. Dude, I was like humming this outside. Anyway, I'm gonna go to my likes and see what these are private, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, so you see stuff like that? Like, hold on, here. So the thing about it is that it's all of a sudden getting a lot of attention that this is happening, right? That some certain residents in Ohio are eating cats and dogs, like they're barbecuing. Like you can see it right here. So this video is actually like over a year old, I think. Last summer. But it was a neighbor. Well, he went to go pick up his kids and from his baby mama's house, and the neighbor, like, he could smell something being cooked, and it was literally cat, like right there. You know, like I don't. You know, this guy. I think they ended up like figuring it out, like, oh, that the dudes weren't technically Haitian. They were from Congo or Africa or something like that. What I wanted to say is that it's kind of to echo what even JD Vance was saying, because he said that basically, like, because he's from Ohio, right? I think. Basically, something is going on in Ohio, right? Something is going on. The larger story is that there's a culture clash happening. And the culture clash is happening because the incoming culture is of these, like, how many was it? Like 20,000, right? 15,000 migrants. 15,000 people are just kind of like coming to this town of 60,000. Like, that's like a huge amount, right? The culture is not even somewhat similar. It's like completely different. And so you're having this culture clash, right? And so with this culture clash, the friction is just so bad, though. This friction has been happening like for at least 3 years in Ohio, from what I understand. 3 to 5 years, I think. But really, it escalated within the last year or two because they were really, a lot of people really coming into Ohio. So it became a meme, right? It became really crazy. But the craziness of it is what kind of was what finally got a light to get pointed in that direction towards Ohio. And I think that's what the overall point of all this is, because there was only maybe, like, you know, it was a weird thing, like there was one video of the woman who was literally like they literally pulled up and she was eating the cat, and she was an American citizen, right? So she was an American citizen. She wasn't Haitian. I guess she's African American, I don't know. And but she was literally, you know, eating a cat or doing something. But there's some crazy videos going on with they're literally like in Haiti, like they practice voodoo and witchcraft. I think there's another. See, this is why I'm totally not prepared to talk about this. There's like videos, stuff like that. But I saw the video where the lady whose dad came here in the 60s, right? She's Haitian and her dad's Haitian. She came here in the 60s and she heard stories from her dad. She's estranged from her dad now. She didn't really talk to her, but she remember hearing stories about how her dad would say that they would do voodoo and witchcraft and stuff like that. And because they're poor, also, they would eat cats and dogs over in Haiti. But the more nerve-wracking part is they have like old pagan beliefs about the blood of animals and like being able to derive power just by drinking it. there's just crazy videos that I see that take place in Haiti where they're sucking blood, or they're, you know, some dude was like doing push-ups on a, I don't know what it was, but what they just see, doesn't seem like they value life in the same way that we do. And it seems also like their culture is just so much different. I think a lot of it has to do with because they're so poor and they've seen so much hardship that they just become so numb and desensitized to it over there. And what's interesting is that our government a few years ago, remember there, like, wasn't there like a crazy, like an earthquake or like a tsunami or something? I forgot what it was. I don't remember if it was like 2010 or 2018 or 2015. Maybe you guys know better than I do, but basically something crazy was happening in Haiti, and there used to be like a lot of relief funds. I remember hearing a lot of crazy stories involving Hillary Clinton and stuff like that going over there. I think some of the stuff that we're experiencing with the Haitians coming here has to do with the fact that whatever crazy thing happened years ago, like kind of opened a pathway. And because we're doing a lot of humanitarian aid and stuff like that, I think the government was trying to do it, but Hillary Clinton was involved. I remember that for sure. And so I also remember that kind of being a thing. So there's kind of like a pathway from for Haitians to think that they could come to the United States and do it. And I think most of the Haitians are actually they're actually legal. And then there's that video from that one, what's that dude's name? There was that one video, it came out the day after the debate, Oliveira guy, some guy named Oliveira. And he was talking about how he literally went to Springfield, Ohio, and was like interviewing people and stuff like that. The most notable crazy thing that's happening, because even as he was filming, like there was like car accidents everywhere. I even saw a follow-up video. Some other guy he's a YouTuber that older guy who runs a garage, and he does a YouTube video or a YouTube channel about his garage, working on cars, stuff like that. And he's in that area, Springfield, Ohio area. And yeah, dude, the Haitians are just being given special passes to be able to get a driver's license without going through driver's training and without proper tests and stuff like that. And so there's car accidents happening everywhere, but nobody was really paying attention to all that stuff. Like it didn't receive the national attention. So basically, long story short, of the reason why I'm talking all about this is that basically there's a lot of crazy things happening in Springfield, Ohio, where the people there, the people that live there, are feeling like they're being overwhelmed by immigrants coming in, right? And that they're being displaced when it comes to receiving aid from the government. That basically non-Americans, or immigrant Americans, whatever you want to call them, are being put to the head of a line of various governmental services. And then, people that live here are actually getting put behind them. And it wasn't being given national attention. It's been happening for years. Like eating animals, whatever, that shit's been happening for years over there. Or I should say eating animals that are pets. Eating pets. That's been happening for years, right? And nobody was talking about it. But finally, people are starting to look into that situation because of a meme. You know what I'm saying? And Trump made it a meme, I guess, What I'm saying is what some more intelligent people have kind of realized about it, and they still don't think, for instance, Asmongold was bringing this up in his video, he still doesn't think that that's a good idea, because it gets people to focus more on the negative thing, right, instead of like the positive thing. The thing was there was already negative things happening, and nobody was helping them or focusing on Springfield to help them out, and so now they're all paying attention. Was it the best way to do it? No, but that's kind of like why Trump, it's like a metaphor for like why Trump in the first place is so popular with so many people, because for so long the normal everyday Americans had some issues that were serious, and they weren't getting the attention from the media that it should have, right? A bunch of stuff that we didn't care about became ideological, right? A lot of ideologies that are kind of run contrary to American values kept getting the limelight in the media, and American values were not. That's why you get someone like Trump. Like it seems like the only way to fix it is to start causing, throwing a tantrum, causing a scene, and so that's why Trump has to be the way he is. In the future, hopefully we can get leaders who can still address these problems in a more professional manner. But sometimes you got to be a little rowdy, you know what I mean, in order to get the change going. And I prefer this kind of rowdiness personally than actual violence and stuff like that, because it seems like with what people on the left have to offer with all the riots and stuff that we saw during the pandemic, and just the pandemic itself and how that was handled by many different states, that's not the way. That kind of violence is not going to get you anywhere. It's really not. I don't think it's good for people to be like revolutionaries or anything like that, because once the revolution is over, like the people that threw the revolution often like they get squashed by the new dictator, because they think it's going to be egalitarian all of a sudden, they upended it and it's all even again. But this is a common theme that I've been talking about on my channel for a while, since I've been back, is that no, like the revolution, it just creates a power vacuum for a new despot to come in, and things will be worse. You have to work within the system that we currently have and do everything as legal as possible without, it just seems like, anyway, that's what I'll say right now. It just seems like they're trying to change laws to make things legal that are not American what it's coming down to, and we're tired of it. We don't, most people don't want to deal with it. So sometimes you got to get a little rowdy. You gotta be hyperbolic and say, yeah, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Maybe it's not a huge deal about the dogs and cats, but now everybody's looking over at Springfield. They're going to go, a lot of, independent reporters, investigators, stuff like that are going to go to Springfield. And then just like the Oliveira guy, just because they're, they made a meme about it and now everybody's looking, they're going to figure out what's really going on over there, And I think it's a net good overall. Asmongold disagrees. He thinks it's a net negative, but the problem is that what's going to get the attention over there. Okay, here we go. Tyler Oliveira. So this is the channel. So that's his channel, and inside the Ohio town. Here's a video you can watch to kind of get some info. It just came out literally the day after the debate. It's interesting that they talked about the debate and then this video comes out like literally the next day, but he filmed this like a while, so I think that's kind of interesting. The timing it's almost like serendipitous, you know what I'm saying?